Drum roll, please. I'm gonna be a screenwriter, like you.
Born Nicholas Coppola, nephew of the director Francis Ford Coppola, Nicholas changed his last name to Cage after a comic book character named Luke Cage to avoid coasting to success because of who his famous and successful uncle is. Nicholas wanted to prove himself as an actor in his own stead.
It was very helpful. I changed it a little. Now the killer cuts off body pieces and makes his victims eat them. It's kind of like Caroline has this great tattoo of a snake swallowing its own tail. And Ouroboros. I don't know what that means. The snake, it's called Ouroboros. I don't think so. But anyway, it's cool for my killer to have this modus operandi because at the end, when he forces the woman who's really him to eat herself, he's also eating himself to death. I'm insane. I'm Ouroboros. I don't know what that word means. I've written myself into my screenplay. That's kind of weird, huh? It's self-indulgent, it's narcissistic, it's solipsistic, it's pathetic. I'm pathetic, I'm fat and pathetic.
Nicholas is a dedicated actor who studies his roles to an extent far beyond many of his contemporaries, but at the same time he's not adverse to the blockbuster movie opportunity.
I still see myself very much as a student of acting, and I hope to learn something every time I set out on a project, and I did, I think. You know, it gave me a chance to grow and stretch and sort of act in a vacuum from time to time.
In 2002, Nicholas starred in Wind Talkers, a movie about the involvement of the Navajo during World War II and their invaluable contribution. He has had a varied movie career and is a name that draws the fans and viewing public to the theatre. Nicholas is often seen as a mainstream actor with quirks, and his various roles and characterizations reflect that.
Looking forward to getting into some. How are you now?
Well, I think the main historical importance of Wind Talkers is that it brings to light the heroic and instrumental involvement of the Navajo Nation in World War II as Marines. They were really a large part of the reason why we won the war, because they developed a code that enabled us to expedite military airstrikes and also medical aid. And they went from island to island. They never went back home until the war was over. So when you consider the way the Indian culture here in America has been treated over the years, the fact that they would want to fight and become Marines and fight for their country is truly honorable and heroic.
Not satisfied staying within the acting field, Nicholas branched out into directing, adapting his creative quirkiness to a position behind the camera in his film Sunny.
Because I'm a first-time director, the only thing I really thought I could possibly do is direct actors. I felt like I could talk to actors. So I thought on that level it was also a good idea for me to try my hand at something like this. A smaller movie, which is a very character-driven piece.
Nicholas's most critically acclaimed role to date was his characterization of a suicidal alcoholic in the 1995 movie Leaving Las Vegas, a low-budget independent film. Nicholas won a Best Actor Oscar. Along with his many awards, he also has a few marriages under his belt, one of which was to Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis Presley. With his role in the movie Gone in 60 Seconds in 2000, Nicholas had joined the $20 million Actors Club. Released in 2003, he played the intriguing part of an obsessive-compulsive in the movie Matchstick Men. He sought, as always, to make the role his own. Critically acclaimed, the diversity of this remarkable actor is truly an asset.
Playing a character with obsessive-compulsive disorder was new for me, and I wanted to do it responsibly because I have a friend who has it, and I wanted to make it authentic and something that people would be aware of and not feel like if they ever met somebody with it in a grocery store, they'd have some sort of understanding of it.
Nicolas Cage is a man who has played the role of movie star to the hilt, and his love of acting can be seen in his ease and enjoyment in the public eye.